Alright guys, welcome back to the GSMC Golf Podcast, presented by the GSMC Sports Network. We have our fifth and final segment of the night, talking about the importance of the RBC Canadian Open and how fantastic of an event we had last year. This is really what this all stems from, is Nick Taylor's spectacular win last year in Canada, the Canadian winning on home field or home grass advantage, whatever you want to call it. But he had such an electric finish to last year, getting a eagle on the par 5 18 on the fourth playoff hole, and now he is the reigning champion of the RBC Canadian Open. He beat Tommy Fleetwood in that playoff. He sunk I think it's a 72-foot putt to win it. Unfortunately, I can't show that because of copyright, but I really wish that I could show that video for you guys. Nick Taylor, such an electric finish last year. A fantastic golfer. It hasn't been playing too well this past year, but what we saw last year and the absolute pandemonium that came over Canada, and after that win by Nick Taylor was so special and something you just love to see. One of those this is why people love sports moments, really, from Nick Taylor here. 72-foot putt for an eagle to win on the fourth playoff hole is cause for the pandemonium that it got. It meant so much to the RBC Canadian Open that they changed the logo of the Canadian Open now. And I wish I had the picture, but you guys should definitely look at it and at how it is new now. But they changed the logo for the RBC Canadian Open to show to Nick Taylor winning that fourth playoff hole. But Nick Taylor had a fantastic event last year. Round one was horrendous for him. Started the week off shooting a 75. Then played so amazing, 67, 63, 66 to finish it off. Finished 17 under and got into a playoff with Tommy Fleetwood, where you see all these pictures happening. But I want to talk about, and this isn't the reason I want to talk about this right now. Thursday, when I come back for my second golf podcast of the week, we're going to be talking about previewing the course, talking about my picks and predictions, talking about the players in the field. So we're gonna move past what happened last year. I'll probably bring it up a little bit, but just talking about it right here, I think it made sense, and you have to talk about it. It's a fantastic finish. It is the most Disney finish that we've seen on tour in a very long time. Nick Taylor, after he won that, first off, there was a 69-year drought since a Canadian won the RBC Canadian Open. So he said, to break that curse, if you want to call it that, I'm pretty speechless, said an emotional Taylor. I don't think it's going to sink in for quite some time what happened today. He a 72-footer on the fourth playoff hole is just fantastic scenes. He said after that in the interview, I heard someone shout out there everything, and I don't know any other word to use other than that, describing that moment and what it meant for him. I think it's a tournament that we've circled on our calendar since probably junior golf. He saying, when he says that, we talking about all the Canadian golfers, there is this is a tournament that means so much to so many people. Adam Hadwin has talked about how much this tournament means to him, a fellow Canadian golfer. Corey Connors, another fellow Canadian golfer, talking about how much this one means to him. Adam Hadwin, who was watching that putt go in, playing in this one, I think he finished, actually I could see, he finished tied for 12th at 11 under last year. So watching it, he said it's incredible. I mean, what do you say to one of the greatest moments of Canadian golf history? Said Hadwin. I think we all predicted that this was going to happen. I'm not sure that any one of us predicted a 32-foot eagle putt in a fourth playoff hole to get it done, but what a way to go, and that very much perfectly describes that. Another another amazing Canadian golfer, Mike Ware, was also there, who was so happy. He said, "My heart is pumping for him still." That's just an amazing finish. All of these guys, if you're a Canadian competing in this one, or if you're Mike Weir just watching from the sideline, everybody was so happy for Nick Taylor, so excited, just so pumped for him, and it really goes to show how much this tournament means to everybody, every Canadian golfer on the PGA Tour, as there are a lot of them that love to play in this event, that care about this event so much. All of them playing in this one this weekend. It's going to be so much fun to watch. Of course, I'm going to watch for Nick Taylor, seeing if he can repeat, watching Adam Hadwin, see what he can do, and then, a lot of other guys that are going to be there as well. You have Sam Burns, who definitely could be in contention with this one. Just so many, Canadian golfers that paved the way for generations. In this moment is such a huge moment in Canadian golf history that it definitely deserves a look back on, and deserves talking about kind of the history beyond it. Nick Taylor has since not really been able to break through again on tour, but this weekend is definitely one where we're looking at him, seeing if he can continue his his amazing play up in his home country, where a lot of these guys play very well compared down to the States. Adam Hadwin has been able to win a few times in the States, but a lot of these golfers playing a lot better on their home soil. Of course, these are the courses and conditions that they grow up playing. We don't play in Canada until June for a reason, because of how awful the conditions are always, because of the cold and the weather up there. But these guys are used to it. All of the, grass and the surface is so firm for many months, and probably even through this tournament, it'll be pretty soft, or pretty firm, not soft, and pretty hard to hit on top of. But I'm very excited for this tournament. There's no chance that it ends in the same fashion as it did last year. A Canadian winning it on a 78-foot. How long is this? Let me get it. 72-foot eagle putt for the win. Fairy tale. That's the word to describe it. As he used the word everything to describe it. I'm so excited to see what happens going forward, and going into this weekend, and going into the RBC Canadian Open, as it's a big event without all those tides as well. There's $1.62 million up for first place. You get 500 FedEx Cup points, which we mentioned how important that 500 FedEx Cup points was for Davis Riley, who jumped from 150th to now he is 50th in the FedEx Cup standings. So anybody, any week can win on the PGA Tour, and doing so really puts you in contention to play more golf. And who doesn't love playing more golf? There's a reason people do it for a hobby, I guess. But that'll wrap it up for our Tuesday broadcast from the GSMC Golf Podcast. Thank you guys all for tuning in. All your support is much appreciated. If you guys want to follow, like, or subscribe to the stream, to the podcast, wherever you guys are listening, it is greatly appreciated. All the reviews that we get are greatly appreciated. If you guys would also like to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, we would definitely welcome that as well, of course. But thank you all for tuning in to this Tuesday podcast, and without that being said, goodbye.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work.